Hello, Public Access presents All About Books with Paul Kinkade.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Paul Kinkade, and you're visiting this evening All About Books. If you've been paying attention lately, you might have noticed a new burst of energy sweeping across the country. Packing arenas from coast to coast is none other than our guest this evening, the author of Forever Love, Allen Asfault. Allen, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Hello, Paul. How are you today?
I'm just great, Allen.
It's good to see you.
Tell us a little bit about your book.
Well, it's not about the book.
Oh?
The book is just a byproduct.
A byproduct.
It's just a byproduct about what people need. And I go along the country, I travel extensively,
Yes.
and people pack the buildings.
And I understand that when you first started out, you maybe would have a crowd, 30 or 40, in the back of maybe a bar or something like that.
That's one of my favorite spots to start.
Well, that's what we hear. And then then it got a little larger. Bowling alleys,
Yeah, I got up to bowling alleys pretty quickly.
baseball fields,
Baseball fields.
football fields,
Yes, sir.
stadiums.
Yes, sir.
The largest crowd that have come to hear you speak and inspire has been about 85,000 people.
No, actually, I did one in India. It was 375,000.
That's a lot.
A few people died, but
Well, how long did you talk for?
well, I think that's what killed them.
You
Yeah,
talk-
I think it was about 4 days.
4 days? Well,
Yeah.
I'd have trouble with 4 days. So anyway, your book, Forever Love.
You can never have enough love.
Well, that's right.
Yes.
But Forever Love, what was your inspiration for this?
Well, I'm on tour. I'm doing show after show after show, and
When do you find time to write?
well, that was the problem. But I was getting physically exhausted, and I needed to take a break. But people were just demanding more shows, and I asked my agent. I said, what can I do? I can't just do 365 days a year.
And what the agents say?
And the agent said, well, why don't we write a book? Guy's brilliant. That's why he's my agent.
That's right.
He thinks differently than I do. He's I'm all metaphysical on one side of the world, and he's got this sort of numbers thing that he does. He's all about the numbers and
Crunching
how things work. Yeah, he crunches things.
Crunches.
Very crunchy, that dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So,
And so he suggested it to me one day, and of course, I don't write. I just speak.
you speak.
It's all from here.
Yes.
It doesn't come from here. When you have love, it comes from your heart, and you have to emote from there. If you start thinking, you mess it all up. So it was a real conundrum of how to write a book.
I see. So what did you do?
I didn't write it.
You didn't write it.
Yeah, no.
So somebody else did?
I guess so. I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
It just sort of happened.
I suppose to find out would have to talk to Murray, your agent.
Yeah, Murray. How'd you know? Do you know Murray?
Well, a lot of people know Murray.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, who
So
knows?
you didn't really write the book.
But I guess they basically took it from the essence of me by observing.
Did they work
me.
off of transcripts of your talks during the...
That's a really good question. I should have asked Murray that.
Have you read the book?
That's another good question. You asked a lot of good questions.
That's why I'm here and you're there.
Oh, okay, yeah. God, I wish I could answer it. I should ask Murray too. You think we can get him on the phone? He could be very helpful in
I
this.
don't think so.
Okay, because sometimes Murray really knows how to break these things down.
Murray, yes, you're right.
Like I say, he's the crunchy guy.
He's the crunchy. Maybe he should empty his pockets.
Well,
He
but
wouldn't crunch as much.
I don't think Murray would do anything, let's say, wrong. I think he would
Well,
follow.
I don't think he's done anything wrong either.
Yeah.
I mean, the book Forever Love is leaping up the charts. Probably on one or two bestseller lists somewhere.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I need to call Murray.
You need to call Murray. He's getting his percentage, and it's fair to say that you're getting yours.
I hope so.
I hope so. How do you work it out with Murray with you getting paid exactly?
That's a really good question too.
Now-
You ask a lot of good questions.
Now, you're probably aware of this since you've worked into this relationship with Murray, that as the author, you're entitled to, let's see, everything but 15%, say, of the book. Murray
You're
gets
talking. I understand.
10 or
You're-
15,
Right.
and then you get the rest.
Oh, I understand. You're talking about percentages.
Yes.
That's like money, like percentages
yes.
of money. Oh, okay. Well, see, again, I don't work that way.
Money's not important to you?
Apparently not.
How do you survive?
I have no idea. I just
Again
go.
to Murray?
I guess he takes care of things. I have no idea. I just show up places and people listen.
Well, if you're not getting a penny for all this, Murray is taking care of things.
I hope so.
For Murray, though.
Oh, okay.
You know, this is something that, I happen to know Murray's a little once in a while. You need to talk to Murray because I think you maybe taking advantage of it.
Well, I would hope not.
I would hope not too.
Right. But I am having a very good life.
Yes, I understand that.
You know, sharing love with people is
Yes,
really
so
what I'm
the-
about. It's not about sharing percentages of wealth.
What
My wealth comes from the love I see in the hearts of
from within?
from not just within, but from what I see from the people
I see.
who come to these gatherings of mine.
Is it like a big glow that washes over you?
No, it's different than that. It just feels like we're transmitting love back and forth, like an undulating sea.
Really?
It just keeps coming and going and coming and going, and it builds up to this amazing crescendo. By the end, I'm almost, in a trance.
Is this like Tesla with the electricity going back and forth?
I guess you could compare it to a current. I don't know if it's AC or DC.
Yeah, at
It could
this
be
point, I
AC,
don't either.
DC, but it has that same sort of, yes, it's energy in different forms. I don't pretend to understand it. I just experience it
I see.
and
I
try
see.
to conduct it.
So with Forever Love climbing up the charts, you're filling stadiums left and right. The question I have to ask is, where do you go from here?
To the next stadium,
To the next stadium.
yes,
Well,
or to the bar.
oh,
I always go back to my roots.
yeah, doesn't everyone?
Exactly.
Well, Mr. Asfault, it's been a pleasure having you here this evening.
Mr. Kinkade, it's been a pleasure sharing my love with you.
Okay.
I hope you felt it.
Oh, I did. That's Forever Love, Mr. Allen Asfault. I'm Paul Kinkade, all about books, and we'll see you next week.
You've been watching All About Books with Paul Kinkade. You can find Allen Asfault's new book, Forever Love, at the following shops: Yoga Love Yoga on Tuesdays and Friday nights in New York City, or at your local motel at the Book Shoot vending machines, where they've got multiple copies. And of course, Alan's favorite place, the library pub, where on Thursday nights he sings the words to his book.